Well, good morning, everybody. Saturday, May 9th. Continuing our field trip today. Here over the marshes of Glen. What you're seeing right there, I believe that's called the Sidney Lanier Bridge, if I'm not mistaken. That's the bridge that serves the Port of Brunswick. So it's not a draw or anything like that. So these massive container ships can come in here. Brunswick, Georgia imports more cars than any other port in the United States. That's the primary thing. But I mean, I grew up coming to this area. St. Simon's Island's over that way. And the channel that comes in between St. Simon's and Jekyll Island, where I'm standing, is the channel that serves the Port of Brunswick. But the thing that's just so different here, I mean, this is all marsh, all different sea grass, marsh grass that's growing between here and there. You can see we have all these tidal flats back here. Those are oysters, completely exposed. You can see there's still a little bit of water, but it's actively moving through there. Brackish, but that'll be 4 feet deep later this afternoon during high tide. You get massive tidal fluxes here, and all of that between here and the channel is marshy. In the highest of tides, it'll actually get wet. I've seen it, full moons and high tides and things like that, to where, that's a foot deep, all of that grassland between here and there. Just a real interesting ecosystem that, is more of a temperate type of coastal situation. I don't even think St. Simon's counts as subtropical, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not quite sure. I went to Athens this weekend, and it's so interesting. You can just feel the topography change. I mean, leaving Sebastian and driving to Athens, it literally feels like I don't know if it's just in my head, or if it really does seem like I'm driving uphill the whole way. And now that I'm back down to the coastal areas from Athens, Athens it's hilly. You're on the eastern side of the Appalachians there that are starting to head towards Augusta and the Savannah River. And then, then you get coastal floodplain from Athens. It rolled through, I forget what they call that topography through there, where it's just these real perfectly long rolling hills, where Milledgeville is. Wow, just completely blacked out on that term, but you can't have everything. But now I'm down here, the fall line, that's the term I was looking for. So, you kind of go from off sides of the mountains through the fall line, and now you're in the coastal floodplain. And it's, nothing but south from here, needless to say. Anyhow, just a little field trip in Jekyll Island. Beautiful in its own way. Cheers.